The live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon is a fun time with impressive effects and visuals, but its once animated family-friendly storytelling often doesn't translate well to live action. Note, I haven't seen the original animated film, nor have I read the books that inspired it. When young Viking Hiccup befriends a fabled dragon, his father and friends are at odds with the awkward anti-killing Viking. But Hiccup believes the centuries of dragon versus Viking ways could come to an end. The live-action How to Train Your Dragon is a well-assembled, impressive fantasy family film. It boasts good special effects, both practical and via CGI. Its cast is great and its action beats hit. It makes for an entertaining time throughout. But this was once an animated film and before that a children's book. The newly live-action interpretation attempts to bring somewhat realistic aesthetics to the franchise. Everything looks a bit darker and more grounded, but when jokes, cartoonish characters and slightly absurd character designs are also thrown in, it makes for a tonally inconsistent film. It's a children's film given an adult look. Not every aspect of the animated film is suited for live action. Some of the side characters, for example, lack any sort of believability and continue to be cartoonish. Many of their moments are limited to levity and humour, which is fine, except that their levity and humour is at odds with the more serious visuals and tone of the film around them. The dragons also look like their animated counterparts with exaggerated expressions and features. They too, while rendered with impressive CGI and occasional practical effects, lack a certain degree of believability. The cast is good though. Each of the actors brings a certain energy and vibe to their roles, and we very quickly get an idea of who each of them is. Gerard Butler is particularly compelling as Hiccup's father and chief of the clan. The action scenes and the special effects are perhaps the standout element of the film. Particularly towards the third act of the film, the scale and scope of the set pieces and the way in which CGI and practical effects are mixed in is quite impressive. It's clear that the film had a lot of time and budget put into it, and it pays off. How to Train Your Dragon is a fun film, perhaps slightly too long and perhaps clinging too much to its animated predecessor. But the visuals, the cast, the set pieces and the action make it enjoyable enough throughout.